Hey YouTube viewers, hashtag my global family. This is Dre Abeita, the YouTube academic, here with your hashtag Abeita reality dose. Today is Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. I'll be honest, today was a bit of a roller coaster, you guys. It had its ups and it had its downs. So my up was my good deed of the day. My best friend, Naditza, sister of my heart, her auntie Elsa had made a friend, Omid, who is from Iran. And he actually is taking one of those exams to apply for graduate school in another country. So he's going to apply to Canada, New Zealand, and a couple other places. And so they asked if I could speak with him for an hour a week as a native English speaker. I said, awesome, of course, I'd love to. And we used the WhatsApp app this morning to talk for about 50 minutes on some great topics, superstitions and our hometowns, getting to know a little bit about each other. And so that was a great opportunity. We're going to spend about 2 hours a week doing that. And that's a little bit about paying it forward, you guys. So how do we make actual world change? How do we make transformational change? I do that by making the community around me a little bit better, right? And so when a friend asked me for help, they thought of me because I do stuff like this all the time. And I was like, sure, why not? And now we're going to talk twice a week and I've made a new friend. And we're going to do some cross-cultural exchanges and we're going to learn about each other and it's going to be awesome. And we're both going to be richer for it. So that was my little tidbit of the day and my little bit of sunshine and happiness and making a new friend all the way across the globe. But then I kind of get to my not so great part of the day. I had to do 2 errands. One, there is a friend of mine who's amazing, and she is an amazing linguistic scholar, a specialist in Portuguese and Spanish, and she has her PhD. But unfortunately, this is a very difficult time to be applying for jobs. So hey, if anyone knows or needs of a linguistic specialist with a PhD in Portuguese and Spanish, hit me up and let me know because I have a scholar for you. But unfortunately, due to this time period, right, it's very difficult to get jobs. So she just graduated with a wonderful expectation that she could start her new career as a professor somewhere. But due to this pandemic, our entire world has changed. Everything in this world has changed. And so she's trying to write some grants and she's interviewing for jobs and she's applying for everywhere. And we've kind of worked out a new barter system. So she helps me with transcribing these amazing videos and I help her with groceries because that's kind of how we're going to figure this out, you guys. We are going to have to rally with each other and support each other with the resources that we have available, right? And so let's think about new and innovative ways that we can actually reach out a little bit to people in our community to help all of our lives, stay sane and support and share that love we have for everyone. But that brings me to, I went grocery shopping for her. And going to the store is stressful, you guys. You have to decontaminate. Please wear masks. Oh my gosh, please wear masks. Unfortunately, you guys, my state of New Mexico is getting hit very hard. Native Americans in particular. I'm from the Pueblo of Isleta, and I had to go get my pills today. So I had gastric bypass. I have been diabetic for 25 years of my life. And 3 years ago I had gastric bypass and I take a lot of vitamins because my body does not absorb vitamins the way it used to or absorb food the way that it used to. I have to take a lot, like a pile of pills, you guys, in order to make sure that my body functions the way that it should, right? And I also have crazy allergies. So I have like allergy eye drops and allergy inhaler and all this stuff in a pill and all this jazz. So I had to go get my pills because it was time, right? I was actually out like 2 days ago. But I had to go get my pills and I was shocked and I was scared because it was full. The entire parking lot for the Isleta Health Center was completely full. And I talked to my mom a little bit later because I was freaking out. I'm always talking to my parents and I'm saying, don't go out, stay at home. It is not safe. It is ridiculous 2 months into this pandemic to think that we somehow live in a bubble where COVID doesn't exist. And somehow, due to this God we call capitalism, that we need to put our lives at risk and open America prematurely. This is irresponsible and people are actually going to lose their lives because of this. So after going to my clinic through the drive-thru, which is safe, thank goodness, they had that set up for us. But then after that, right, I had to go to the grocery store to drop off groceries for my friend for her supplies, right? People were not wearing masks. People were not social distancing. The parking lots were full. Every road that I went by had a full parking lot, you guys. If restaurants were open, I'm sure they would be full. This is not normal. And I had a little bit of a breakdown. This is not okay. I should not have to bear the emotional and cognitive burden of this. You guys, it is not okay for people to be running around acting as if this pandemic is not real. It is ridiculous for us to live in a country where a pandemic is a political opinion. It is ridiculous for us to live in a country where the president of the United States is taking a medication that has not been, one, proven to be effective, and two, might be a risk to his life. It is ridiculous that he communicates primarily through Twitter. It is ridiculous that he is putting our own lives at risk for his ego. How much longer can we literally afford? Our lives are on the line. Can we afford to live in this society where we've created false consciousness? Fake news has literally created a death sentence for thousands of Americans nationally who are going to lose their lives because people do not believe that this is A, a real thing, or B, that we can somehow conquer this through good old American grit, right? That's ridiculous. It's not how you conquer. A war is not, you can't go to war against a pandemic. A pandemic is a germ. It does not discriminate. It just kills. It kills, it infects, it diseases. And we do not know, again, I'm reiterating that we do not know what this is. We have not confirmed how this operates, who gets sick, what all the ramifications are. We have very little knowledge or long-term data on what this virus actually is. And I'm reminding the entire world, we are still only, 7 or 8 months into this. My state in particular, we are 2 months into this. We do not know what we are dealing with. And to do this prematurely, to go back to work prematurely, is to risk American lives. And I am pissed off, and I am mad, and I'm tired of feeling like I'm the crazy person for being stressed out at everyone's insane behavior. To pretend that everything is normal and to walk around and drive around and buy your stuff like this is not going on is not normal. You guys are causing real harm and real death when you are out there irresponsibly. Please stop. Please think about your loved ones and go back home. We need to demand actual solutions from our politicians and stop doubling down on this American, welfare queen mentality. You're getting something off the government. This is not the time to be quibbling about morality. What we should be doing is focusing on saving actual lives and providing them with money in their pockets to pay for healthcare and housing and food now. Not demand their lives and say you have to work for the right to live. That is a classist argument, and it results in the deaths of my people. And that is why the state of New Mexico has a 58.8% rate of infection for Native Americans with COVID cases in our state. That is ridiculous for 58% of all cases to be Native American when we only represent 11% of the population. So please, I'm begging you, save your life, save my life, save our community's life, and stay home. This is Dre Abeita, the YouTube academic, here with your hashtag Abeita reality dose. I'm serious, you guys. I'm getting an ulcer over this. I'm literally getting no sleep. I'm starting to get hives. I'm starting to get an eating disorder over this. I'm getting stress and anxiety over this. And unfortunately, that is natural. That is a normal reaction to this kind of stress. But what is not normal is to pretend and to keep on going as if there's nothing wrong, or as if there's nothing different with what is going on with this time period. COVID-19 is real, and it affects our lives, and it will continue to have long-lasting ramifications for the next couple of years, if not decades to come. Please, hashtag be safe, my global family. And we'll see you tomorrow.